Hello everyone, welcome back to Run the NBA. Today we're going to talk about Jaxson Hayes. Jaxson Hayes hasn't really found his footing in the NBA at this point in time in his NBA career, but I want to talk about his first couple of years in the NBA, as well as the hopes that I have for him moving forward, as one of my favorite players coming out of college in his draft class. So Jaxson Hayes is in a fairly loaded New Orleans Pelicans front court, and that's always been a bit of a problem for him for finding playing time. Of course, Steven Adams was there last year. JV is now there this upcoming season, and Willie Hernangomez is still on the roster and has just been extended on a multi-year deal, which makes the waters of playing time a little bit more murky for Jaxson Hayes moving forward. This has been someone who hasn't eclipsed 20 minutes a night throughout his career. Some of his playing time has been a little bit inconsistent, playing 64 and 60 games throughout the first 2 years of his NBA career. And he's had moments where you can see the potential that he has, the athleticism that he has, the defensive upside that he has as a rim protector. But there's also moments that show that he hasn't fully adapted to the NBA game yet, and hence the reason why the Pelicans haven't felt comfortable giving him the reins of the starting center spot yet, or even not even re-signing Willie Hernangomez or trading him so that they can have Jaxson Hayes be the full-time backup center, because as of right now, they have Hayes, JV, and Hernangomez, and sure, some of Hayes and Willie Hernangomez might see a little bit of time at the 4, but that is not ideal as far as I'm concerned, and in an ideal world, I wouldn't want to play either of them at the 4. They are both natural 5s, and they are best at the 5. But you're talking about Willie Hernangomez, he played 47 games last year, and Jaxson Hayes, he played 60. These guys are both getting minutes and playing regular minutes on this team, while they now have JV in the team. So it's going to be interesting to see how that balance works out. And Jaxson Hayes is really going to have to continue his performance and improvement in play a lot better than he has throughout the first 2 years of his career to be able to capitalize on getting more minutes. Because JV isn't going to let out any starting minutes unless he gets an injury, because JV is a better center than Steven Adams was. And so those minutes aren't coming anywhere easily. So Jaxson Hayes obviously has upside. This is someone who came in out of college, was drafted 8th overall for a reason, was a very athletic big with good athleticism, a good vertical, a good ability to finish high off the rim on pick and rolls and off of alley-oops, and looked like he had someone to be the potential to be a very good rim protector, a good shot blocker with that athleticism, and be a decent mobile defending big as well. His lack of size and strength has been a bit of a concern on the defensive end, however. At only 220 pounds, he doesn't quite have the strength of a lot of centers in the NBA, and so that does lead to a bit of concerns in post defense. And his offensive game hasn't really come together to any great fruition either. He's efficient, sure, he shoots about 62.5% from the field, but he's not really offering much for you outside of the fact that he can finish at the rim. He did start to shoot a few threes last year, but a few is a very good point, as he only shot 14. He shot 43% on those threes and has improved a lot as a free throw shooter. But Jaxson Hayes still isn't offering a ton for you on the offensive end outside of some finishes in and around the rim. And his post defense is of concern. Of course, there's also now some off the court issues that have been brought up this summer. I'm not going to discuss those and the legitimacy of those within this video. But nonetheless, there's just a lot going on in the life of Jaxson Hayes right now. His on-court performances have definitely been left to be desired in his first 2 years in the NBA. But I still have hope that Jaxson Hayes can be a quality NBA player. The fact that we started to see a few more three-point shots from him last year is encouraging. The fact that he was making a fair chunk of those shots is encouraging. And the fact that he improved a lot of his as a free throw shooter last year is encouraging. And so there's definitely some upside for Jaxson Hayes to become a better mid-range shooter, to become a better three-point shooter, and that would make him that much more valuable on the offensive end. And as much as I say, talk about him being a rim protector, he hasn't displayed at this point in time in his NBA career that he is going to be a good elite defender at this, a good rim protector, at this level. He certainly hasn't been a bad one, and you could definitely argue he's been above average, but I wouldn't say, especially last year, that Jaxson Hayes was an amazing rim protector. I think he has the upside to be one. I think he has the length, the versatility, the athleticism. I think he can be extremely good in that role, but he hasn't showed it to the capabilities that I think he can do so at the NBA level yet, while being a poor post defender, which makes him a little bit of an underperformance on the defensive end compared to what I think he can be. But I think he has a lot of room for improvement still. However, now 2 years into the league, he is going to have to put that together sooner rather than later. He has to continue to put on a bit more muscle and a bit more strength if possible to be a bit of a better post defender. He needs to continue to be a smarter defender and be a bit of a better rim protector to try and stay out of a bit of foul trouble, which he did do a lot better in year 2 than he did in year 1, and try to improve his offensive arsenal, because I think Jaxson Hayes is someone who can be a legitimate starting center in the NBA, has a lot of upside, had a lot of upside coming out of college, and still has room to improve in the NBA. But the role to do that is not great in the Pelicans roster with JV on the team, with Willy Hernangomez on the team. Minutes are going to be a concern. And so Jaxson Hayes is really going to have to perform for him to get his breakout and to start getting consistent minutes on this team. Because note, JV is a free agent at the end of the year. And so Jaxson Hayes could be the starter. Willy Hernangomez could be the backup. Jaxson Hayes can really emerge as that guy for this Pelicans team. But he's going to have a much, much better year 3 for him to be able to take advantage of that possibility. That being said, that is my thoughts on Jaxson Hayes so far, moving into his 3rd season in the NBA. Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about Jaxson Hayes for this upcoming season and how he has performed throughout his first 2 years in the NBA. That being said, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to hear my thoughts on other young players or rookies heading into next season, then be sure to click the box on the right. And if you want to hear my thoughts on Nickeil Alexander-Walker heading into next season, then be sure to click the box on the left. That being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.